Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville. Good morning. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru. If you like the video, sub and subscribe. It don't cost a dime. On 2 off weeks, still the best beard on YouTube. Don't you love the dudes that have like the guys that can't grow the beards? To have like the pubic hairs on their face and all the girls laugh at them behind their backs. Ain't that kind of comical? All right. Today we're going to be at 346 prospects. Sugar-free, crystal life for people that pay attention. Good morning, everyone in the chat. Good morning. So today we're going to be at 346 prospects. These are 5 guys just to be on the lookout for, because like I said, my goal draft weekend, listen, my goal like April the 1st is to be at 800 people. My goal is to be at 800 players before the beast comes out. The second the beast comes out, I stop putting out players, because you can't call me a copy and paste champion like a lot of other content creators out there. And I did the same thing last year. First kid is a kid from Clemson, Jake Brinkstool, tight end. Nice size, 6'6", 240. He's a 2-year starter in a tight end class that is not the greatest. I think I started off with Colston Loveland from Michigan as my number 1 tight end. And I started off with Tyler Warren back in May as my tight end 2. But I think Tyler Warren from Penn State, 6'6", 260, and he's more athletic than Gronk, has run away with that. But the kid, Jake Brinkstool, I mean, it's an average. Cowboys should just keep Ferguson. No, absolutely, 100%. I'm just throwing 5 prospects to just look at. What's up, Cowboys champs? Good morning. Just a kid to look, he's a solid 2-year starter. Last year, he had similar stats, but this year, he's a little bit on an uptick. He has 30 catches, 300 yards, 4 TDs, and he has nice size. But like I said, in my opinion, it's a very, very average tight end class, except after the 2 at the top, Loveland from Michigan and Warren, I think. Then you got the kid from Bowling Green, but I think there's going to be a big void before you see another tight end taken. I could be wrong, but it's so early. I mean, early, yes and no. We still, listen, man. We're going to see people go to we never heard of pop up at the combine and like, oh, who's this guy? Who's that guy? Or the East-West Shrine games and the Senior Bowl. You have all the HBCU games. You have all these other avenues now for kids to show what they got. Next kid is a quarterback from Ole Miss, Trey Amos. Nice size, 6'1", 200. A little bit of a story. Started out at LSU. Bounced around. Went to Alabama. Kind of got lost in the shuffle, in my opinion, at Bama. But when was given the chance to play, he played solid. Once again, this is the college football. This is the landscape we live in, and I don't like it. Jumped in the portal again. Listen, if you guys got family problems, stuff like that, you knocked up your 17th baby mama, I get it. But kids jump in the transfer portal every single semester. So as a coach, how do you coach like a family? Because you got to make a team, a family. How do you it's hard when you're coaching different kids every semester. So he went to Ole Miss. He's having a solid year. he's a kid to look out for. I see the corner class being decent. We all know who the two top kids are, but anything, anything could change. But this kid has enough reps and games underneath his belt that I hate giving predictions so early, so I don't want to. And if you noticed, I've given What's Up Cowboys Champs question, who do you think might be the number one pick? The first pick would be, and listen, if we're going to go by the best athlete, pure athlete in the draft, it's Travis Hunter, the wide receiver / cornerback from Colorado. The thing that scares about me is the thing that scares him about me is, do you consider him the number one wide receiver in this draft? That's the second question. Second question is, in my opinion, he's more of a wide receiver, and I could see him playing a little bit in the slot. The days of him going both ways are over. Third, there's going to be coaches and scouts. Listen, every time I see this kid go both ways, it cringes me because he's taking every game he plays in college, he's taking life off of his NFL career by going both ways. And listen, Bill, God bless him. I hope he wins the Heisman. But if that Heisman can get him to feed his family in 20 years, man, God bless him. But so it all depends if you think he's the number one wide receiver or not. There's a kid, McMillan from Arizona. I have a problem with his first name. He's 6'5", 220. He's a monster. He'll be a top 10 pick. You have Luther Burden from Missouri. He's another top 10 pick wide receiver, 6'2", like 220. So you're going to see like 3 wide receivers go in the top 10 picks. Travis Hunter will definitely be one of them. But you have to realize, like, we always see these teams hungry for their quarterbacks. And are they going to wait for one of those? A team might fall in love with Ewers. A team might fall in love with the kid Brock from Georgia. Cam Ward might go number one for Miami. His stats are at, and I've been blowing him up. I gave him over the summer, transfer from Oregon State to Miami. And I told people before the season, Miami's real this year. There was a lot of wear and tear in that body. Yeah, there definitely is, Cowboys champ. And he shouldn't be going both ways. I'd like to ask, and this is the father in me. This is the coach in me. I would like to look Prime honestly in his face and say, would he let his son go both ways on the collegiate level? And I have a lot of respect for him as a player, and I think he's a good coach. But as a father, would he let his son play both ways in NCAA, playing 900-plus plays a game? Get back to me on that one, Prime. Like I said, that's the father in me. Next kid is a right tackle out of Wisconsin, Riley Mahlman. Let me tell you something. If you want to look up what a football player looks like, just check this kid out. Great size, 6'8", 310. I'd like to see him bigger. He has the frame to weigh a legit 330, 335. He just has this big blockhead, square, Roman face, Roman jaw. I gave you his counterpart, Wisconsin's left tackle, Jack Nelson. I gave you him over the summer. But this kid, Ryan Mahlman, he's 6'8", 310, 3-year starter. I see him just as a right side player in the NFL. And that's not a bad thing to be. And we all know that Wisconsin produces Iowa, Penn State. A lot of the Big Ten schools, but some schools in general are just known for their players, and it's tough to go wrong with them at some. Next kid is a running back. Like I said, this is a loaded running back class. Am I saying this kid's one of them? Absolutely not. This kid's probably a late day 3, more likely an undrafted free agent. Cameron Skattebo, what a name, right? Arizona State, nice size. 5'11", 220, 3-year starter, and he's having solid production. 850 yards and 10 touchdowns. Is he going to wow people? No. Is he going to catch a coach's eye? Yes. Just because you're not flashy, running back is not a position that you have to be flashy at. You can get by with just being a blue-collar, lunch pail, come-to-work type of player. Granted, every play drawn up on the playbook, iPad, whatever, every offensive play drawn up is designed to score a touchdown if everyone does their assignments right. But everyone has different roles. This kid, I can see him putting on a little bit more. He's going to need to put on a little bit more size and bang with the big boys because he's going to be used more like in a short yardage situation where, like I said, man, the difference between 220 and 235, as long as you hit the gym and you eat proper, and he's got all these dudes are the 1%, the 1%, great athletes. You know what I'm saying? It's just putting that time in the gym. So today I threw out 5 guys for you. We're at, let's see, we're at October 24th at 11:20 hours. And we're at 436 players. Excuse me. We're at 300. That's my ADD. 346 players. Give a look-see. Give a look to the right. Give a look to the left. Who's at 346 in October? I plan to give you, I try to give you 5 to 10 each week. And that's just going to be, and I like, as of this week, I've given you, I think, 7 to 8, I think I've given you so far this week. So we'll get to 10. Tomorrow, I'm going to do tomorrow I'll drop about, just to get you to 10, I'll drop maybe 2-3 more plays. Maybe I'll drop more. It all depends. Every day is different. So I'll try to drop a few more players tomorrow. And also, tomorrow night, there's 2 good games. Right? We talked about that already. We got Boise State and UNLV. Then we also have at midnight, Western time. No, it's midnight Eastern time, and that's 8 p.m. in California. Rutgers travels to USC. USC has a sick running back. USC that I haven't given you yet, him. USC has a sick center who's played left tackle, left guard, and center, but it seems like they've settled him in at center, and center has been their biggest need. They had a defensive tackle, but he blew his knee out. Bear Alexander, which I've given you already, and then Rutgers has a running back. He might go round 1. Legit, he might go end of round 1. Kyle Malungai, and I gave you him like the first day of May. But we're gonna go over. We're gonna preview tomorrow night's USC Rutgers game tomorrow, and then I'm gonna give you about 5 guys tomorrow, and then I'm just going to outline a couple of pretty good games. I'm glad the Rutgers game is at midnight, so I can sleep a little bit late because there's some good games on Saturday at noon, man. You got Washington at Indiana. Indiana's like 6-0, 7-0. I don't know, man. I can't get over Indiana's last game. Let's see. Who else? Penn State plays. Ohio State plays. Hoping Oregon doesn't have an upset. There's some good. There's hoping Alabama doesn't have an upset. Hoping Bama doesn't lose against Missouri. There's a lot of good games Saturday, man. That's why I'm going to be honest with you. Like by Sunday, I'm burnt out. Last night there was a couple games on. Tonight there's a few, and let's see what's on tonight. I apologize. I think it's Pittsburgh and Syracuse. I know there's an NFL game on. I think Vikings and I think the Rams, but yeah, we got Georgia Southern at Old Dominion, and then we got Syracuse at Pittsburgh. We also got Louisville at Boston College tonight. That's tomorrow. But tonight is Syracuse and Pittsburgh. I've given you a couple Syracuse kids. I don't know. I think I'm more likely to watch the Louisville game tonight because they got a few sick edges, and I've given you them. It all depends. I'll go back and forth. But like I said, you got your guys. We're at 346, and we all know when you're rocking with the GWO, it's for life. This weekend, Friday night, tomorrow night, you got fifth quarter Cowboys. Everybody jump on in. Then Saturday night, you got Talking Crazy, Cowboys Corner. Everyone jump in. Cowboys Champs, good channel. We got Cowboys Fiend, OG himself, great other channel. Jump in. Cowboys Fan 1980. Got the Fiscal Report. They were on last night. All good group of guys that, listen, we're going to talk to you real, man. We're not going to sugarcoat shit, and I don't even want to talk about Dallas. Seriously, man, I'm just so sick of them. But like I said, by Sunday, I'm burnt out. If Dallas is on TV, I'll watch them. If they're not, I won't watch them. I won't give that franchise any more of my money. This stuff behind me, comes from China. Comes from, some 6-year-old made it. But Sunday night's game is against San Fran, so I'll watch that. And that'll probably be the last game I watch until probably Thanksgiving game. I refuse to give them my money. Later.